Episode 2 Abaddon Strikes Back. To really understand what is happening, we have to take a small step back, before the searing happened. Or was once considered a holy land by all humans, as its capital city Ara was inhabited by the 6 gods until the Exodus. When the gods left Or, the Guild Wars broke out. Guild conflicts led to open battles in the holy streets of Ara. The Orion army was forced into battle to protect Or and its people. By mobilizing its troops, it hoped to stop the fighting among the guilds. But instead, the heated battles led to the latest known war, called the Guild Wars. While the guilds were busy fighting one another, they became blind to the threat from the north called the Char. A northern beast swept in, taking Ascalon with the use of the Cauldron of Cataclysm. Before a unified response could be made to the attack, the Char armies were marching towards Or. The Orion army was the equal of any interior, and the Char invaders had already fought a long battle against the Ascalonians. The Orion army was confident that it would stop the invading Char, but those hopes were dashed in, as the mighty Orion army was defeated in less than a day. King Reza was the last king of Or before it was invaded by the Char. His personal advisor, Fasir Kihilbron, ventured into the depths of Ara's catacombs to read from a scroll created in the time before the Bloodstones, hoping the spell would drive the Char out. But instead, the spell triggered a massive blast known today as the Cataclysm, which resulted in the sinking of Or. Everything within range of the blast had died instantly. The only creatures left were the undead, for they had been killed so fast, they did not even realize they had died. Now we only see a few islands in what we call the Bay of Sirens, and would later be renamed to the Sea of Sorrows. The year is 1070 after Exodus. It is 2 years after the Searing and the Cataclysm. The survivors of the Searing in Ascalon saw no hope left. Prince Rurik, son of King Adalbern, suggested to flee over to the Shiver Peaks mountains to Kryta. King Adalbern was against the help of Kryta, and refused the refugees to flee from Ascalon due to old conflicts between Ascalon and Kryta. Prince Rurik did not agree with his father, and he risked his life and heritage to guide his people into safety.
Rise, my son. You have done well. The discovery of Stormcaller is surely a sign of victory.
It is a powerful weapon, but I fear not powerful enough. The Char have amassed an army of many thousands.
You overestimate these beasts, Rurik. Do not be afraid.
I am not afraid, father. I have seen them in battle. Rin has been destroyed. It would be wise to escape while we can. We should make for Kryta and rebuild our strength, not wait here for death.
I will never allow Ascalons to live in the shadow of the Krytans. It is Rin that will be rebuilt. And you will learn your place.
You have grown proud, Adalbern of Ascalon. Proud and foolish.
You would dare call your king a fool? I will hear no more. I banish you from Ascalon. You are no longer my prince, and you are no longer my son!
People of Rin, your king will lead you to death. If you wish to see better days, if you wish to live, then leave the beasts behind and follow me over the Shiver Peaks. We make for Kryta and a new life, free of the Char.
This journey was not without peril, as the dwarves in the mountains were in the midst of civil war between the friendly Deldrimor dwarves and the xenophobic Stone Summit. At the Frost Gate and entrance to Kryta, Prince Rurik stayed behind to hold off the Stone Summit and grant the refugees safe passage. He, however, was killed by the Stone Summit leader.
These mountains belong to the Stone Summit, human.
You cannot save me. Get them to Kryta. Hurry!
There are two types of humans in Kryta. Those who worship the mysterious unseen ones, and those who do not. The White Mantle was founded by Saul de Elacio. He was a drunkard and a thief. He was later exiled from Kryta. All alone and on the brink of death, he found the Unseen Ones, known today as the Mursat. He described them as tall, angel-like beings of light, who nurtured him back to health and made him to who he is today. When he came back to Kryta, he slowly gathered a following of people who believed his story. They would become known as the White Mantle. They are called this way because of the long white sleeve robes many of them wear. The White Mantle managed to turn the tide of the war against the Char and drive them out of Krytan territory. Meanwhile, the White Mantle also came into the possession of the Scepter of Or. The Scepter of Or is a relic from the Kingdom of Or, and is the twin of the Staff of Mist, which controls forces from beyond the known reality, such as Titans. The White Mantle gathered gifted villagers who would be deemed the Chosen. They were promised the knowledge to use magic at the Temple of the Unseen. In reality, the Chosen are part of the Flameseeker prophecies, destined to cause the downfall of the Unseen Ones, now known as the Mursat. The White Mantle, being servants of the Mursat, sought to prevent the prophecies by killing the Chosen on a bloodstone found in the Magum jungle in Kryta. A group of Krytan royalist rebels, called the Shining Blade, were suspicious about the motives and true intentions of the White Mantle. In 1072 after Exodus, the Shining Blade and the Escalonian adventurers orchestrated the occupation of the Henge of Denvari, the theft of the Scepter of Or, and gained the aid of Vizier Kihilbron in return for the scepter. Vizier Kihilbron informs the Escalonian adventurers that they are actually Chosen Ones themselves. So although Chosens were killed atop the Bloodstone in Bloodstone Fen, the prophecy remained in good standing. The now chosen adventurers continue to the Crystal Desert, where they seeked ascension in order to awaken the gift of true sight, which lay dormant among the chosen. With this ability, the chosen were able to see the Mursat with their own eyes. The chosen come across the dragon prophet Glint, and there they are informed that the Shining Blade friends have been taken captive by their own members, a man named Marquis, who turned out to be a spy for the White Mantle. This would soon turn out to be another failed attempt to prevent the prophecies from coming to pass. Glint ushered the Chosen through a portal, taking them to the southern Shiver Peaks, where they rescued the Shining Blade and defeated Marquis. Following Glint's words, the Chosen made their way to the Ring of Fire, where they faced against the Mursat. Having cleared the way, Kihilbron tricked the Chosens to open the door of Komali, setting free the Titans. It is only now that the Chosen Ones realize that Kihilbron is the Flameseeker, and his true nature is finally revealed. The Cataclysm did not spare him, but instead had transformed him into the Undead Lich. Wielding the Scepter of Or, the Undead Lich sent Titans to all three human kingdoms. While the Guild Wars may have ended with the sinking of Or, nothing was going to stop Kihilbron from taking over Tyria. Or so he thought. The Chosen Ones closed the door of Komali and defeated the Undead Lich atop a Bloodstone, so that he may never walk the earth again. At last, this marked the completion of the Flameseeker prophecies.